Hello, everyone. Today is a good day, and I'll tell you why. Because they finally have officially opened three new stations on the Metro D line. So today I'm going to go and check out Wilshire, La Brea, Wilshire, Fairfax, and last but not least, Wilshire and La Cienega. I'll be going around these stations and just check to see what is there to do around these three brand new stations. I haven't gone to that area specifically in years. And now I can finally go from Los Angeles Union Station all the way to literally that part of town. And I am super excited to check these places out. So come along and check these places out with me. Let's go. Okay, everyone. Today we are here at Wilshire and La Brea, and I have to say this is one of the most cleanest stations that LA Metro ever has so far. So I have to say I am truly impressed. When I exited Wilshire and La Brea, I feel like I wasn't even in Los Angeles because it is clean. It feels like I don't see any trash, any litter. It literally feels modern. It feels like futuristic. It actually do love the artwork actually on the site, and I love that you're able to kind of like go up the escalator. Everything seems like, it just seems like impressive. I've never thought in a million years that this station will ever be built, because I remember years ago they were talking about this for on and on and on, and finally, like, when I actually exited the train and went up to the station to leave, I'm just like, this is incredible, Like, I've never thought in a million years this will ever happen, and I'm glad it's actually happened, because it's amazing how much Wilshire and La Brea has changed over the years. It feels like I don't even recognize it whatsoever. And what's cool about it is when I was looking at the LA maps, an incredible friendly, like, I guess you can say, transit ambassador, he actually gave me a map. So just a heads up, so if you're actually trying to ride this Metro line, at this moment in time, you're probably gonna get one of these. You can feel free to ask. I mean, it seems like they're just giving you a general map of how LA looks like right now, and it's actually useful. I know people are like, you can just look at this on Google Maps or Apple Maps, or you can go on their website, but honestly, having a physical copy actually is useful. For me, I'm gonna put this on my wall, because, like, honestly, this is history in the making. Like, this is incredible. Like, the fact that I actually can go now literally from Los Angeles Union Station all the way to Wilshire and La Brea in less than 20 minutes. That would be like, it never happened in a million years, especially if you take Metro Rapid, which I have taken over the years. Not to drag it, but honestly, I'd rather take this over that, in my opinion. So now, this is where I'm planning to go, to Korea Cultural Center. It is not too far from here. Let's go and check this out. It took me about 6 minutes to walk here from the station. Once I arrived, I entered through these bright orange and yellow doors and explored the first floor museum, which highlights Korean culture through interactive videos and artifacts. Next to the museum is a library with books in both English and Korean. Upstairs, there's also an art gallery focused on Korean literature and media arts. I really liked how each exhibit gave more insight into how literature has shaped Korean culture over time. I especially loved the media art gallery and ended up staying there longer than expected. If you're near the station, I definitely recommend checking out this cultural center. So I just got out of the Korean Cultural Center. So far I have to say it was quite impressive. That's free of charge. Definitely have give it a chance if you go there. So right now, I'm actually getting really hungry. I'm gonna go head out to Wilshire and Fairfax, and so I can't wait to see what it has to offer. So come and join me. I'm here at Wilshire and Brea, and my train's gonna come in about 8 minutes. So far, let me give you some thoughts. So far, like I don't really see a lot of people using this. I mean, I'm assuming that everyone's at work, or I'm assuming it's just that people don't. I'm assuming it's because people have to wait maybe 10 minutes for a train to pass by. So I think like definitely like if like I could see why there's still not that momentum yet to kind of ride it. So I have to say I hope it actually gets popular over time, because so far I'm just it's kind of weird just waiting for a train to come by every 10 minutes. I mean, this is a very bustling city, so I'm kind of wondering how come the trains will come every 5 or 7 minutes. Because if you really want people to get out of their cars, then you should have the trains run more frequently. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna be here just waiting for the train, and I'll see you guys in the next station. So now I'm here at Wilshire and Fairfax. So right now, as you can see, this is actually one of the most impressive metro stations out here that I've seen so far. And one thing that I noticed when I got off the train, like there was actually much more people on the platform. And I pretty much love that they just like incorporated like art on the walls. And then once you go up the escalator, it just feels like you're entering another dimension or something like that. And I have to say, one thing I've noticed here is that they actually have these like metro bikes or something, metro bikes. So the fact that you actually can actually rent it and you can actually use it from all of these stations is pretty cool. I mean, it encourages people to get on a bike and to take them to their final destination. One thing that's really impressive about this area is that there's so much things to do here. I don't even know where to start. We literally across the street from here is LACMA. And then literally not too far from here, we have Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. We literally, not too far from here, we have Brea Tar Pits. It's literally a park, and there's also a museum. There's also the Peterson Automotive Museum, not too far from here. All of this is literally within walking distance. And I have to say, this is impressive. And we cannot forget that there's also the Grove, not if you actually go north of the station. And also, like, you can definitely check out Pan Pacific Park, not too far from here. But we're gonna go check out Little Ethiopia, and we're gonna go and get some delicious Ethiopian food. So let's go and get some lunch. It took me about 10 minutes to walk to Buna Ethiopian restaurant and market. I was greeted by a friendly man named Yubo and ordered the doner tips with injera bread along with the lentils sambosa. The lentil sambosa was crispy and flavorful, and eating the doner tips with injera bread really brought everything together. It's been ages since I've had Ethiopian food, and I'm glad I chose this place. Easily a 10 out of 10. All right, now let's go and head out to the Brea Tar Pits Museum. I don't know. I actually am still pretty full from eating Ethiopian food. It was so freaking delicious. Honestly, if you have a chance, come here and just give it a try. So let's go and head out. By the way, the sun is out of nowhere. I just got out of Brea Tar Pits Museum. Honestly, I actually thought it was worth it. I have to say, I've never been there before. This was actually my first time going there as, you know, ever. I mean, I walked past it, I looked at it, but I've never gone inside entirely. It's actually not too big. It's actually is good enough to just walk around, look at some exhibits, actually read every single detail. And actually, I have to say, it was actually a very informative museum. I had a chance to actually read a little bit about, like, literally how they found fossils underneath, like, this entire piece of land. And I actually did learn a lot from that museum itself. I mean, if you have a chance and you're just like wondering what to do around this area, I say check it out. You know, I but one thing you should know is that actually once you enter this area specifically, it starts to kind of smell. There's a stench that you're just like, ooh, you know. But it's no problem whatsoever. I mean, once I guess you get it in your system, I guess it's not too bad, you know. So, anyways, now how I rate the La Brea Tar Pits Museum, I say I give it like a 7 out of 10. I say like if you have a chance, you know, and you actually want to go learn something about fossils as a whole or how like, or in general about extinct animals, I say give it a try, you know. So now, next plan, I'm gonna chill here for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna head over to walk over back to Wilshire Fairfax Station. Then I'm gonna literally go to the last station, which is Wilshire La Cienega. Let's go and head out over there. All right, so I'm here now at La Cienega Park. It's actually not too far from here. It's actually down La Cienega. So I actually just got here. I just got here not too long ago. I just been sitting here, just relaxing, just people watching, doing all that good stuff. I have to say, this park is actually quite peaceful for the most part. You know, they actually have like a little cute, little small, little like walking track where you can just walk around and just kind of get yourself a little bit of a workout out here. I really like that this park is quite peaceful as a whole. Like there's actually some squirrels running around here, and it's actually a lot of places to sit around. Unfortunately, like there's a playground behind me, but it's actually under construction at the moment. Just want to get away from like the hustle and bustle of like Wilshire Boulevard or just in general. Or if you're just near Wilshire and La Cienega, I say come here and just just relax here for a bit. And of course, like as you know, if you go north of La Cienega, you can actually check out the Beverly Center. You have a few choices to get there. You either can take bus through 105 or you towards West Hollywood, or you can actually just walk there from La Cienega station from there to the Beverly Center. So I have to say it's not too bad. So here are my thoughts on Wilshire and La Cienega station. I think incredibly beautiful station. There's actually like I love that towards the end of the line, like there's constant trains going to Union Station, but I mean it seems like it's like every other station that I've seen today. It's just like it's brand new, it's clean, it's future. It feels like you're just in another. It feels like actually brand new. You know, it seems like it's well maintained for now, and I hope it does stay like that in the long run, you know. So, but the problem with like I've noticed with Wilshire, La Cienega, I'm just gonna be honest. It's not densely populated, and there's not a lot of things to do around there. Like, sure, if you go diagonal, there's literally a Chase Bank. There's actually a theater not too far from there, but then otherwise, there's nothing around there. It's just buildings and just off buildings, and just like seems really deserted. I really hope that this area does just get picked up and get more like small businesses along the way. I mean, I really was craving like a coffee but unfortunately there's not a lot of coffee shops around this area. So, by the way, if you're watching this video, can anyone recommend me some coffee shops around Wilshire and La Cienega station? Because I was just like, I could have gone. There was one I wanted to go to, but it was just really far. It was just kind of like, should I go or should I not? So that's why I was just like, that was my one critique I have to say I have of Wilshire La Cienega, is that it's just like not my type of place that I kind of want to like explore around a little bit. I mean, I guess the only one that's worth visiting is technically the Beverly Center and maybe this park, La Cienega Park as a whole. I was actually checking Google Maps and I was just, just wondering how long it takes to go from Wilshire, La Cienega all the way to LA Union Station. And to be honest, I was really shocked right now. It actually almost takes almost 1 hour to go from Wilshire, La Cienega all the way to LA Union Station. And if you actually check the transit map, it actually takes about like a give or take like 26 minutes, literally from Wilshire La Cienega station all the way to LA Union Station. So at this point, I'm like, logically speaking, it actually works better if you actually do take the train. I'm just gonna just do a little walk around this park, and I guess I'm just gonna start heading back to LA Union Station. As you know, I actually live all the way out in Orange County, so I have to take the last train, which is around 5:40 p.m. It's a bummer, but I gotta take it, or else I'm stuck taking Amtrak. All right, so I just got here at LA Union Station. So, this is crazy. So I just literally got from literally Wilshire La Cienega all the way to LA Union Station in less than 20 minutes during rush hour. That is incredible. I have to say, like, my reflections about this overall, I have to say, this is definitely a game changer overall. This is definitely, if you are ever in the Wilshire corridor at all whatsoever and you need to get to downtown LA quickly, I say take the Metro D line right away. There's no arguments, no if, no buts. Honestly, just take it. Honestly, it is definitely quick, it is smooth, it is not expensive. It only costs you literally $1.75 one way. And also transfers are included. I actually felt pretty safe the whole time I was there, so I pretty much like will highly recommend it. It's like, this is incredible. Like, I never thought that Los Angeles will ever build like a very useful like rail line that actually connects you somewhere in literally that amount of time. So right now I'm about to board this train on Metrolink, and honestly, like, what's my rating on this Metro D line extension? 10 out of 10. Honestly, I will do this again. I would recommend anyone to go on this ever again. So I honestly had a pretty good day. It was really smooth. I wasn't stressed out. There was so much to see, so much to do here, and honestly, just give it a try. Honestly, I'm glad they're extending a couple more stations to the west, because this corridor desperately needs it. So anyways, I'm about to take this train. So I'll see you guys in the next video. So catch you later. See you later. Bye.